Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we got Guild Wars Reimagined. So I'm gonna go over this. They put out this little blurb on their website, just telling you about how Guild Wars is gonna go. I wasn't trying to be like Ted Brokaw or Julio Rivera or Todd Greenwood anymore on this Gems of War stuff. But yeah, we'll do it today. Trying to get y'all something on Sundays from now on. So. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday is going to be Gems of War. Sunday is going to be hopefully a lister guide video, something more interesting. Mondays, team videos. Tuesday, weekly preview plus the faction event. Friday, single player weekend event. And then Sunday, some sort of list or guide video. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying. All right, Guild Wars Reimagined Introduction version 8.4 of Gems of War sees the re-release and reimagining of the Guild Wars feature. Original Guild Wars was disabled in version 7.3 to make way for the new region-based PvP system. Having initially released back in version 3.0, March 2017, Guild Wars ran in its original form for 7 years, initially every week, and then later it ran in rotation with other weekly events. Although we were sad to see Guild Wars leave us in early 2024, it was a great chance to build a whole new Guild Wars feature that could address many of the issues that had become apparent in the old system. You get the cynical reaction to this stuff. You can't get that anywhere else, right? Overview. The following diagram has a quick summary of how the new Guild Wars works. It's a good place to start, and we will deal with each of the areas shown in more detail below. First, we got this thing here. Overview diagram. Guild Wars, a quick overview. It says, prepare. Up to 3 days before the war begins, a guild leader must opt in to the next Guild War. This can be done in the Guild War admin menu. Once opted in, a guild leader must choose from 6 keeps to defend. Each one is different. Alright. Just shows you where you can do that right here. If you can't see that, it's just showing you where to do that. Alright, set up defenses. Up to 1 hour before the war begins. Guild members defend the keep by each choosing one of the 9 buildings. Each building has a unique restriction and cannot have more than 3 defenders. Guild members may then set the best defense teams they can muster based on the restrictions. Okay, so 9 buildings, 9 different restrictions, up to 3 different defenders each building. That's 27. Does that make sense? Guild members defend the keep by each choosing one of 9 buildings. Each building has a unique restriction and cannot have more than 3 defenders. 9 times 3 is 27, right? Instead of not 30. The war begins. A guild war runs for 4 days. Each day your guild is automatically matched against another guild similar in ranking to you. The more players who participate in your guild, the higher your morale. Morale multiplies any rewards you may receive. Okay. Fight 1 guild each day. Each player gets 5 battles per day. Fight a path through the enemy keep, trying to win all 5 battles and reach the palace. As you progress further into the keep, the buildings are worth more points. The palace is worth the most. Got pictures here, but I can't really get it closer. Like zoom in. Get results. Earn score to move up the rankings. If your guild wins the day, it will increase its score on the leaderboard and possibly move up. Losing will deduct from your score, though. Higher ranked guilds receive an extra morale bonus for even more rewards. Guild rewards. Earn daily and event rewards. Win the daily war against another guild, and your whole guild is rewarded with 10 gold marks, 20 silver marks, and 10,000 gold. Your morale will multiply this amount. So, gold marks, silver marks, gold. Personal rewards. Earn extra rewards for winning. Every player earns extra free rewards just for winning battles. These include burning marks and shiny tokens for a legendary troop. Purchase a Guild Wars medallion for even more personal rewards. Buy it. Just buy it, dude. I'm just kidding. Alright. So, is this everything that they just said again? Did I already read it? I guess we'll see. It doesn't hurt to reiterate anyway. Guild War events. How often do Guild Wars run? Before jumping into the details of everything shown in the diagram above, let's talk about timing. The good news is that we built the new Guild Wars to be quite flexible, so a given event can run from 2 to 10 days and is not tied to the weekly rotation of other events. That said, everything in this article refers to a Guild War that runs for 4 days, which is how we are going to introduce them. Initially, the plan is to replace arena weekends with Guild War events that run from Thursday to Sunday. This will allow us to gather feedback from everyone as we balance and adjust the system. After that, we'll look to adjust the length and frequency of Guild War events to make it the most fun it could be. Each day of a Guild War event will see your guild facing off against another guild to see who can score the most points and win. Each win will increase your guild's rating on the leaderboard, while each loss will cost your guild some rating. As for arena events, they'll probably get a rework at some point in the future and return, but we do not have anything to announce at this time. Hopefully. I'd love to see an arena rework, like the event. Rework the event. Is there anything unique about Guild War events? Guild War events have a couple of unique elements to keep each one fresh. Firstly, each Guild War has an attacker restriction in place. Don't worry, defenders also have restrictions to keep it fair. This might be troop color, troop kingdom, or troop type. We have no plans at present to double these up and make complex restrictions that are difficult for forming teams. Also, each Guild War introduces a shiny legendary troop. You can win shiny tokens for this troop in the Guild Wars reward track. Tokens for these new shiny legendaries will go into shiny chests 2 to 3 months after the event. So I've been saving my shiny keys, like I told everyone else to do. And we're going to get shiny legendaries. Nice. Preparing for a guild war. Opt in. The first step in preparing for a guild war is to opt in. This may be done by anyone in the top 3 ranks of guild leadership. Access the checkbox from the Guild Wars menu by selecting My Guild's Keep, followed by the Admin button. This must be done 3 days before a guild war begins, else the option will be locked. This is to give guilds enough time to prepare their defenses. All guilds who have had an active member in the last 3 months will automatically be opted into Guild Wars, but may disable if they wish. Selecting your keep. The key idea behind Guild Wars is that you are attacking an enemy's guild keep while defending your own keep from that same guild. There are 6 different keeps, one based on each of the gem colors. Your guild must choose one of these keeps to defend. Once again, anyone in the top 3 guild ranks can choose the keep, and it must be locked in 3 days before the guild war begins. There will be a news item reminding players of an impending guild war 4 days before it starts, so you'll have some advance notice to change the keep and opt-in settings. They may be changed before that too, anytime after the previous guild war. Upon release, all guilds will default to the blue keep. Keeps, as mentioned above, Guild Wars has you attacking an enemy's keep, guild's keep, while defending your own keep from that same enemy. There are 6 keeps to choose from, and each guild is free to pick the one that they prefer. Each keep contains a series of 10 buildings linked together by paths. Each building in the keep may be defended by players from its guild. Attackers will attempt to fight their way through an enemy's guild keep from the gate towards the palace in order to score points. Each keep has the following properties: a color theme linked to one of the 6 gem colors. A guild guardian, one of the 6 underspire sentinels. Its color will match the keep. A series of 10 different buildings joined together by paths. So 10 makes more sense, 10 times 3. Keep buildings. The first building is always the gate. The final building is always the palace. The 8 buildings in between are different in each keep, and attackers must choose their path through those buildings if they want to try and reach the palace on their 5th battle. As you approach the palace, the buildings are worth more points, and the guild with the most points wins the day. Each building except the gate may be defended by up to 3 players from its guild. Their defense teams will have a troop type restriction based on the selected building. The smithy must be defended by dwarves, but the temple must be defended by divines. Guild Guardians. The gate is always defended by Guild Guardian with a predetermined team. For now, he fights at level 20, but we may have plans for him in a future update. Even though the gate is worth less points, it is a great location for newer players to repeatedly attack, especially if they do not have the team strength to win any further battles to keep into the keep against PvP opponents. The Guild Guardian has another ability too, discussed below. So yeah, I guess you could do the same fights over and over if you want and not keep going, like if you're not confident. So the palace is worth 500. You know, these are worth 3, these are worth 2, these are worth 150. That's worth 100. Guild Guardian Elemental Sentinel, special power, turn 15. Entangle all enemies, create 5 entangled gems. So we got the blue one, the Keep of Ice, same points, different restrictions though. Okay. So like green supposedly has, I don't know if this is going to be always like this, but Divine, Naga, Taurus, Elementals, Elves, Goblins, Wargear, Wildfolk, Beasts. Blue is Dragons, Undead, Giants, Strix, Rogues, Knights, Fae, Wargear, and Merfolk. This dude's power is freeze 3 random enemies, create 3 freeze gems. The red one, the Keep of Fire. We got Orcs, Demons, Taurus, Mechs, Mystics, Raksha, Dwarves, Humans, and Urska. You got Burn all enemies, create 6 burning gems. Purple is Strix, Elementals, Undead, Elves, Mystics, Naga, Fae, Rogues, Centaurs. Special powers inflict terror on 3 random enemies, create 3 terror gems. That's pretty good. Purple, why is purple always the best, dude? Terror could instant kill. Entangle and all that other crap you could... guess you could just... Anyway. Alright, brown keep. We got demons, giants, monsters, goblins, dwarves, orcs, beasts, and Urska, and constructs. Stun all enemies, create 4 stun gems. Got yellow, we got centaurs, knights, divine, dragons, human, raksha, wildfolk, monsters, and mech. You got barrier, 3 random allies, create 3 barrier gems. Setting defenses from 3 days out until the final hour before the Guild Wars event begins. Guild members may set their defenses. The keep is locked in at this point, so all that remains is for players to do 2 things. Select a building to defend and set up a defense team. Defending is an important part of Guild Wars, as active defenders give your guild a morale bonus that increases daily rewards for winning. So this is kind of stuff we already read, but it doesn't hurt to read it again, I guess. Daily rewards and morale bonus. Your daily reward collectible whenever you win a day's Guild War is heavily tied to your morale bonus. The basic daily reward for every member of a winning guild is... There's more information down here, too, than there was up in that diagram. 10 gold marks, 20 silver marks, 10,000 gold. Morale bonus adds to these rewards and is determined by 2 things. Your active defenders, 0% to 250%. Your guild's position in the global leaderboard, 0 to 250% extra. These bonuses are additive, so if the top guild fielded all defenders, it would gain a 500% bonus to the rewards, 60 gold marks, 120 silver marks, and 60,000 gold. Morale bonus for defenders is calculated at 2% each for the first 7 defenders, 6% each for the next 10 defenders, 15% each for the next 8 defenders, and 28% each for the last 2 defenders. Morale bonus for the leaderboard is calculated at plus 250% for position 1, plus 200% per position 2 to 3, 150 for position 4 to 10, 100 for position 11 to 20, 50% for position 21 to 50, 25% for position 51 to 100, 0% for positions 101 plus. Defending buildings. Up to 3 players can defend any building except the gate. When attacked, one of the defenders will be chosen at random for a PvP battle. If no defenders are present, the Guild Guardian will defend instead with its level 20 team, the same one that was used at the gate. Each defender must choose a defense team matching the building's restrictions. Failure to choose a team means you will not be selected as a defender, and your defense will not count towards your guild's morale bonus. You may notice that there are only 27 defense slots. I noticed. I noticed, because I'm Ted Brokaw. I'm Todd Greenwood. I'm Julio Rivera. But guilds have 30 members. There's only 27 to defend. Stupid idiot, dummy. This is intentional, as we realize that guilds may have a few inactive members on any given week. That'll be me! No, I'm just kidding. One final consideration when defending buildings is this. Which rank is a building in? As the buildings get closer to the palace, their defenders gain a small skill buff. Rank 1, 1 step past the gate, plus 5% buff to all skills. Rank 2, plus 10% buff to all skills. Rank 3, 15%. Palace, 20%. Guilds may opt to have fewer defenders at certain locations in order to restrict the choice of defenders at the location and make it harder for attackers. That's pretty smart. You know, you could literally only have, what, 8, 9 people defend the whole thing? And just have your best teams. That might be the smartest thing to do. Just have your best people defending. But Oh no. Is there some other reason not to do that? Guilds may opt to have fewer defenders at certain locations in order to restrict the choice of defenders at that location and make it harder for attackers. This is a valid strategic choice. It will, however, lower the morale bonus of a guild, which will result in them receiving less rewards if they win the day. Should have just read more. Guild Guardians in player defense. Guild Guardians have an extra ability that will help defenders even themselves when they are the defender. If a battle lasts 15 turns or more, once the defender's 15th turn, crap keeps popping up on my screen, sorry. If a battle lasts 15 turns or more, once on the defender's 15th turn, the Guild Guardian will appear to cast a spell and help the defending team out. These spells are listed on the Keeps diagram above. Although only having a very minor impact on battles at the moment, we have some plans for the Guild Guardians that did not make it into 8.4, so watch for some changes here in future updates. I like the Terror one. I mean, if you can make it to the 15th freaking round, which probably doesn't happen very often. Attacking. Once a new player... Why did I say player? Once a new Guild War day begins, your guild will be assigned an opponent reasonably close in ranking to your own guild. Both your scores will reset to 0, and your guild's members will be free to begin attacking and earning score. The guild with the highest score at the end of the day is the winner. Attackers must follow the Guild War event troop restriction for attackers. This will be the same restriction every day in the event. Every attacker is able to fight 5 battles per day. This is precisely enough to reach the enemy palace if you win every battle. You're not obliged to keep pushing forward, though. You may continue to fight a previously unlocked or previously defeated location multiple times. As you defeat a location, 1 or 2 new locations will open up. These follow the diagrams above. All battles for a given day must be completed on that day. This is a departure from old Guild Wars, which allowed players to save up all the battles and do them at the end of the week. There are 2 reasons for this change. The first is a technical reason. Delayed battles contributed to some instability in the old Guild Wars system. The second involves the player experience. Delaying battles would delay all rewards for all days until the very end of the event, and also mean that results from many days earlier could be snatched back at the very last minute, which was never something we liked to see and was often difficult to explain. So you have to play them every day, or else. Scoring. Each victory contributes to your guild's score. The amount is determined by a base score from the building you are fighting, modified by a bonus score, identical to the bonus VP you earn in PvP. The base score, gate is 100, rank 1 buildings are 150, rank 2 buildings 200, rank 3 buildings 300, palace is 500. The bonus score says made a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of a kind match is plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So if you do a 4 match 4, you get 2 points. If you do an 8, you get 6 points. 5 is 3 points, etc. 1 in 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 turns or less. So if you win in 10 turns or less, you get 2 extra points. If you win in 8 turns or less, you get 4 extra points. If you win in 6 turns or less, you get 6 extra points. 2 turns or less is 12 points. 1 with 2, 3, 4 allies alive. If you got all your stuff left, nobody died, you get 10 points. If you got 3 left, you get 5. If you only got 2, you got 3. Receive 2, 4, 6, 8 or more extra moves. A lot of people are probably going to get the 4 extra points there, looping people to death. If you do 8 extra turns, you get 4 points. So every 2 you do, you get 1 point, right? Killed an enemy in a single shot is plus 3 points, which would be an instant kill, huh? Building sets and score bonuses. The final part of scoring involves defeating sets of buildings in the enemy keep. This is an optimization aimed especially at larger, more coordinated guilds. A set of buildings is earned each time your guild conquers one of every single building in the target keep. You can see the count of conquests for each building on the small gray shield attached to each building's name. Collecting a set of conquests earns a bonus 1,000 points for a guild. Your current set bonus is displayed on the left side of the screen when you are looking at the enemy's keep. Personal reward, as well as the daily Guild War rewards for winning the day. All players also have a personal reward track for winning battles. This gives a reward for every 2 victories a player achieves. Event starts, 50 silver marks. 2 wins, 1 silver icon. 4 wins, 1 lesser orb of glory. 6 wins, 30 golden marks. Golden marks. 8 wins, 10 burning marks. Bernie, Goldie. 10 wins, 1 silver icon. 12 wins, 5 swift talismans for PvP. 14 wins, 1 orb of glory. 16 wins, 2 shiny keys. 18 wins, 5 shiny tokens for the featured shiny legendary troop. Players may also purchase a Guild Wars medallion, $5 or equivalent. This opens a second reward track for the event only. Okay, so this is the extra stuff you would get if you spent $5. 10 shiny tokens for the featured shiny legendary troop. For your first 2 wins, you get an extra 1 gold icon. For 4, you get 20 burning marks. 6, 3 shiny keys. 8, 10 shiny tokens for the featured legendary. 10, 1 gold icon. 12, 20 burning marks. 14, 1 greater orb of glory. 16, 25 burning marks. 18, 10 shiny tokens for the featured shiny legendary troop. In addition, the Guild Wars medallion will give 2 further bonuses during this event only. You will earn triple gold, souls, and VP from all Guild War battles in this event. You may purchase any missed rewards at a cost of 20 gems per milestone. So suppose you only had 14 wins and were 2 milestones short of finishing, you could buy the last 2 for 20 gems each for a total cost of 40 gems. This is currently set up for a 4-day Guild War. There will be changes to these reward tracks if Guild Wars runs for different durations. Also note, personal rewards are not affected by morale bonus. Leaderboards. New Guild Wars features a single leaderboard for all guilds, and every guild has a rating on that leaderboard by which it is ranked. This replaces the bracket system from the old Guild Wars system, which had 3 issues. It was extremely slow to move up and down. It had issues with guild cooperation within a bracket. It had technical issues related to our particular database configuration. As such, we are moving to this new unified leaderboard. Leaderboard rating. I have to check my recording to make sure I'm still recording. Like, this is a long one. Leaderboard rating. Each guild has a rating on the leaderboard. This is based on an ELO rating system, much like you would find in chess. All guilds are ranked based on their current rating from highest to lowest. The top 100 guilds in the list gain extra morale bonus during a Guild Wars event. The leaderboard will be available to view via the leaderboard button inside the main Guild Wars menu. Each day after a Guild War has ended, every guild will gain or lose some rating, based on whether they win, lose, or draw for that day. Note that with an ELO system, it doesn't matter whether you win by a lot or by a little. All that matters is whether you win, lose, or draw. These daily changes to rating will not be applied until the end of the Guild War event, when they will all be applied simultaneously. Gaining and losing rating, ELO calculations. For the technically minded out there, we are including the ELO formula here so you can see what's happening with your guild's rating behind the scenes. ELO formulae have 2 arbitrary numbers that can be assigned to adjust their behavior. Over time, we may modify these numbers to better reflect the environment we are operating within. I don't know if I want to go over the K factor, the degree of movement of scoring, skill difference. What do we think is a significant difference in ration? Chess often uses a number between 16 to 32 for K factor and 400 for skill difference. We are starting with similar values using 24 and 400 respectively. The formula then works like this. So the rating of Guild A, the rating of Guild B, the global estimation of skill difference, the global estimation of K factor. So big old formula there if you want to figure that out. So we have the values by which Guild A's rating and Guild B's rating should be adjusted. Rating decay. If a guild chooses to opt out of a Guild Wars, their rating will decay by 2 points for each day in the event. We will review this number and may increase it in the future if the leaderboards are not as dynamic as we would like. Initial leaderboard placement. Initial placement will be based on guild trophy count. Guilds will be assigned an initial rating based on the following formula. Trophies, 0 to 100,000. Rating equals trophies divided by 100. Trophies 100,000 to 600,000. Rating equals 1,000 plus blah, blah, blah. Designer's notes. As you would imagine, this was a very tricky problem. We have initially assigned a rating to every guild. ELO systems tend to work best with a seeding period where members would play 10 to 20 matches to determine their rating. Fortunately, this is not possible with Guild Wars, so we needed to find another method to assign a rating to all guilds. Ideally, then, you would assign a rating based on the abilities of the players in a guild, but that was a problem too. Once we released the calculation, player would move around in guilds to try and manipulate their way to the top of the table. So we needed to base initial placement on something that was inherent to a guild. The old Guild Wars scores would have been a possibility, but were extremely out of date and difficult to use based on database changes in the last year. And so we were left with trophy count as the only real possible contender, an imperfect solution, but we believe the best one available. We believe that guilds will soon begin to reposition themselves correctly anyway. Yeah, that's just to start it out. Who cares? We have also published our updated Guild Wars game guide article for a simplified breakdown of Guild Wars. Keep an eye out later in the week for further information about the future of Guild Wars. Alright, so that's that, man. That's super long, and I'm sure y'all have already heard about it and stuff, but I don't know. Sounds alright. Sounds alright. I'm glad we're getting shiny legendaries. I wish they would like shiny some of the old legendaries instead of like introducing something new and then shinying it, but that's probably what they're gonna do. Maybe they're cool, maybe they're good. It's probably another one of those things where you should buy the stupid pass, spend the $5 to get all the extra loot. If you're gonna do it. If you're not gonna do Guild Wars, don't buy the pass. If you're gonna do Guild Wars super hard, maybe consider buying the pass. If you're doing it anyway, why not get both tracks? I'm not gonna buy it, but I don't buy anything. Am I gonna play this? I'll probably try it out. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds cool, like defending keeps, but it's just another thing you have to do you have to do it. You have to do it. It's another thing. It has to be done each day. You can't put it off at all. You have to get on the game and do it. You can't not do it. So it's another one of those things, and I wasn't like super looking forward to something like that as another thing we have to do every day. Like that's the worst part about it. Worst part for me is it's PvP and it's another thing you have to do each day, which I did not want. I want some cool game mode where you can just do it whenever you want. You know, like arena or treasure hunt or whatever. You know, something cool where you can just do it whenever you want and get rewards and it's fun and it's challenging and it's a new game mode but something where they force you to get on the game and play every day or else is not my favorite thing, especially if it's PvP. Fake PvP against a fake team that's not live. The AI is controlling. So, you know, I'm going to do it because I have a channel and I'm playing the game, but I don't know. We'll see. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Terry, get all the channel comment below. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see y'all on Monday for the team video. Peace out.